Hey, it's me, Baba J3, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Sakura Song My Love. And this time, I got a different recording session. I'm pretty much commentating and recording a video at the same time like I wanted to in the first place. Mainly because of my new setup is the AV to HDMI converter by Ava Media, and so far it's working pretty well. Unfortunately, I did have some problems earlier ago, which I'll show off near the end of this video, but hopefully things are working pretty well. But as for the game itself, we're now about to enter the fake court case.
We're just about to start the mock trial. It's our fake courtroom. Everyone came out to get a taste of justice. Freedom, ethics, even love all flow from the courthouse. It's a stage, and we are its actors. What better place than here to determine which of us is right? Here in America, law defines justice, and I know the law by heart. Prepare to get schooled.
So I mentioned I really like the voice acting in this. I think everybody does a great job, even the supporting characters. Pretty much, this court case is divided into 3 parts. I would say it's kind of like Phoenix Wright, but I never played a Phoenix Wright game before, so it's maybe the bare minimum of Phoenix Wright, maybe, judging by what I saw in videos. And pretty much they're going to start first. Karen's job is to pretty much defend Steam Frontier and convince the citizen of Harlem that redeveloping modeling the whole city is the best thing for Harlem. And well, Shinjo, or us in this case, try to convince them to keep the city, as is. And even though most of the citizens are already against it, it's kind of implied that some of them still want the remodeling, mainly because of the huge deal that Steam Frontier is trying to get them, which is $1,000 plus jobs and homes, which, this is 1920, so $1,000 is actually quite a lot during that time, I'm assuming. At least that's what people keep on saying, but I look at $1,000 now that, well, it's still nice to have, but well, it's not, something that you can live, do your whole life on. And I hope you like that same sound effects, because you'll be hearing that the most of the time through this court case. Okay, now it's R10. And pretty much we got to use all the evidence we got in the last part. You can pick this in any order. Let's start with this one. This is the one we got in the library. Pretty much this is straightforward. Like, pretty much every choice you pick is pretty much guaranteed win. But there are some examples where you have to do another one of these to make sure that you get pretty much the most out of your evidence. I'll show on probably the next part. I mean, not the next part, the next choice. This one, I just had to pick this one just because it's funny. Now again, you don't need to find every evidence in the last part, but you do need plenty in, but I don't know, it's like, I never really lost to this part. Even the first time, I pretty much did pretty well for myself. I really recommend going to the highest setting in pretty much in every choice you have. Alright, let's see. I guess let's go with this one. This is the one I recommend getting, but you know, it's not mandatory. It's just something I think is quite useful. Although I kind of wish they tell us what was exactly in those blueprints. Like, I don't know, it's like, they make it seem like it was very controversial. But, I don't know, like, maybe they mentioned it in the last part, but I didn't really pay attention to it. But they don't really specify, I don't think. Yeah, you can choose to leave out evidence, but I recommend not doing that. There's no penalty if, well, maybe except for, in this case, if you get this one wrong. Hoping I'm not moving the text really fast, I really apologize. Sometimes I just kick it to overdrive. And again, I don't like to voice act any characters because, you know, I'm no good at doing other characters' voice. I'm not even good at doing my own voice. But again, you know, go to the fullest power, just stick to your guns, and you pretty much win every time. Yeah, that's when we saw them bribing the mayor with Subaru. I don't know, it's kind of weird that a guy called him Shiny. I don't know why. Then again, it's probably better than our Commander Sunnyside's nickname for Shinjiro. And this part, pretty much you can have a witness here, and depending who you take to escort you to Harlem, in this case, mine was Jiminy Sunrise. Other choices would be Subaru Kujo or Ratchet Altair. Pretty much they give pretty much the same response, slightly different dialogues, and with Jiminy Sunrise's case, it's a bit different than the other two. I'll show off like a few paragraphs ago. I mean later. Sorry, I'm not on my game. I was just trying to keep my eye on the recording device and, you know, the game itself. Yeah, Jimmy Sunrise is pretty much a someone who is easily hesitating, or, you know, I guess easily drawn off her game. Like, usually Shibu and Ratchet Altair pretty much stick to their guns. Well, Jimmy Sunrise is pretty much saying what she saw. Karen Archer's defense is, just in case I'm moving the text too fast, is that they didn't cause the accident. Someone else or something else did. Therefore, she doesn't feel she's responsible, but, well, as Central is going to say that the accident happened on their property, therefore they are responsible. You know, that's the gist of it. While, you know, Subaru and Ratchet Altair will say that by themselves. Like, yeah, you could have done it without Jimmy Sunrise. Technically you could have Central, but I don't know, he's just being nice. Then again, a witness always helps. And that's pretty much the first part of this court case. Cards pretty much tell you how well you're doing. This is probably the best compliment you could get. I don't think I had a bad reaction one time. Well, maybe one time I did. And I probably restarted. This part is something I don't think you can do to actually win this part. pretty much Karen Archer has this great counter argument. Usually these are all the evidence I find in this part. There's probably some more out there, but I never actually find them, even with all these pages, which is about at least 7 or 8 at this point. Starting off by talking about food here. Pretty much what Shincho is trying to do is trying to win over the people of Harlem. And, well, this obviously is not going to affect Karen Archer. Okay. So how about some gospel music? Maybe that will cause her to be hesitating. Like, being honest, I never really, being a Christian myself, I never really got lost in gospel music. Mostly because I'm a Baptist, the kind of Baptist that pretty much sing out of hymnals and pretty much don't express any emotion compared to other Christian religion. Although I am going to a different church where they do express their emotion more compared to the church that I actually grew up with. But enough about religion talk. Yep, pretty much that doesn't bother her either. I usually just pick all the information, just in case. Only there's independence for not using one, but just pretty much use them, just because. It's like, yeah, I like some jazz music. I won't call myself the biggest fan of jazz, but I do have a bit of appreciation for it. And yeah, that's pretty much all of arguments. It's just music and food. It's like, essentially all you talk about is music and food. So of course anybody would be calm after that. Oh, now they're against me. Like, these are the most easily won over crowd. They switch their arguments back and forth so easily. And this is what Karen's been up to. The new housing and stable income that's been established. Oh wow, $5,000 this time instead of $1,000. Again, that's a lot of money in that time period. Even though this game doesn't 100% entirely fall into that time period, 1920s. It's only for the first 100 families. And the rest gets the original offer, which is the $1,000 plus drop-in homes. Yeah, this is pretty much all your choices. I would just recommend not picking either one of them because there's no way to counter argument that. Especially not that third choice. Would you turn out offer like that? Back then at least. So pretty much we're back into a corner over here. well, we may have passion, but they got money. Okay, that's the end of the second one. But the dead one, pretty much she's going to begin pretty much sending all the other benefits that Steam Frontier is going to give them. And what the dead one does have to do is evidence that you find on information, but to find the one flaw with the argument pretty much. And here we go to the dead and final part of the court case. Yeah, not much to say so much. Pretty much this is one, even though this is pretty much the climax of the story, well, not counting the boss battle, but this is supposed to be the most exciting part of the chapter. But gameplay wise, it's just not exposition, it's just storytelling, really. Oh, here's the one funny part I've like about this statement. It's like he got this like they couldn't come up with a better fake name for a football team. Like I know they're referencing the Giants, but he got this like first of all, why Spanish? This is New York, Harlem, New York, for that matter. And pretty much, the people of Harlem seem to be 100% on Karen's side. That pretty much gotta find the one flaw in her argument and pick the most suspicious side. I think this one could be right as well. But this one is probably the best choice you could pick. Oh, we got Karen hesitating. Yeah, pretty much. If they move to different homes and assuming different cities since they're going to redevelop the whole city of Harlem, they probably won't. Well, they could probably get back in, but they gotta probably cost them a lot more to go back in than to go out. Which Steam Frontier is pretty much paying them to go out of Harlem. But they kind of make it sound like that after they redevelop Harlem, that they be allowed back in, which, well, apparently not the case. Oh boy. Yep, that's pretty much guaranteed that the people are going to turn against you. And now let's hit the, well, just that one choice was, could have been just left out of the game. And it's pretty much kind of pointless if, there's only one choice to pick from. And looked like we're gonna win. Even though the audience still sound the same in their reactions. Okay, that's different. Actual applause. Oh boy. I'm gonna pause it for a moment. Okay, now my false alarm. I thought I heard something going on with my recording device. But, just continue. And if something messed up, I just restart again. I pretty much got this game on 2 different save files. So pretty much, if I mess up, I can just go back to it. And once I get it right, I just go to the other save file that I'm progressing to next. Sorry if I talked over that last response from the audience, but pretty much when I say, who's in favor of keeping Harlem, that one I got pretty much everybody on my side. The first time I played it, I got most people on my side and a few people on Karen's side. So pretty much I did this perfectly. Again, I never lost in this part, so it'd be kind of interesting what would happen if I lost in this part. Maybe I'll record it in a future video, along with probably some other parts of the game. Oh boy, I don't think Karen's, quite. Oh boy, pretty much, Karen's pretty much saying that Steam Frontier's owning it and is pretty much kicking everybody out, which pretty much questioned the point of this court case. I mean, if they already own the town, then shouldn't they be able to do anything they want despite the citizens? Well, the citizen could probably strike or tie each other to some buildings, keep from the destruction from happening. They probably just want to get on the good side, so to make things a lot easier, I'm assuming. Again, full power all the way. Yeah, it seems like Karen really doesn't want to do this, but she's bound to a contract. But luckily, Commander Sunnyside is here. Oh, now Commander Sunnyside owns all Harlem. So did Steam Frontier sell them some aliens? Which wouldn't make any sense unless they were getting bad publicity. But then again, not sure why I'm questioning, stuff in a pretty much an anime-based game. It's like he wants to sell it back to them, but for the right price. Of course, businessmen can be businessmen. Always do it for the money. What exploded? And it seems like we're going to get a happy ending after all. I feel like we're beginning something. It's probably nothing. Here comes the sad part of the chapter. Yeah, they like to separate it by chapters. There's 8 of them. This is number 2. I really like the music track. Sometimes the music will actually be so loud that you can't hear some of the voice acting. So, fair warning to you all. Was that your reactions? Okay. Oh yes, this part, I managed to get like maybe, on my first time, managed to get like about at least 1 or 2. I think you can get like up to 4. I guess I'm thinking of a different chapter. Pretty much you get this guaranteed, no matter what. While the other 2 you have to find. That's pretty much the symbol of the old Centaur game. Okay. Okay, I got 3, so I guess 3 is the best one. Yeah, let's go motorcycle. I'm gonna check on my recording device real quick. Yeah, by the way, who makes a motorcycle bouncer? Or anything bouncer? I think bouncer is a real name to give, well, anything. Even a basketball. And last but not least, this is, oh yeah, the motorcycle one, in case you didn't watch the last part, you get by taking a picture of it. And this one, you get by talking to Mother Karen at the church. I wish there was voice acting in this part. I guess that'd be too much money for them. Keep in mind, Sakura was not really a popular game worldwide. Maybe not even in Japan, even though there's, you know, people doing Broadway musical of it. Again, kind of pointless to have this gauge there, but whatevs. Yeah, they pretty much took that from the Three Musketeers. I think it been a while since I read that story. And by read I mean that watching that one Disney cartoon. Okay, I think this is where the voice acting starts.
I want to protect the people.
Oh, hope y'all can hear that over the music.
Then just tell us who you are. Tell us your name.
Karen Archer.
That's right. Do you know what that means? Karen, like the Greek myth, a creature of nobility, morality, and intelligence. And Archer, like the weapon, drawn tight and taking careful aim at your enemies. You once told me, if I ever lose myself, please find me and remind me who I am. Well, this is who you are. These people, this community, made you who you are. So welcome back, Karen. Time for you to start over again. Back here, in Park.
I want to.
Again, I'm only just exactly a wrong answer to pick from, but I usually go with the third one. And I wish they how Ginger was voice acted in this part.
Shin, you're not crying, are you?
Ginger was voice acted only so when especially animated cutscenes.
You are. You're crying for me. You still accept me? Even after I betrayed you all?
Of course. You're our big sis, Karen. We love you.
Everyone, thank you. I don't deserve this. Lieutenant. No. Shin. Thank you. Without you, I never could have shown my face here again. Thanks to you, we held that mock trial, and I saw exactly what my actions were doing to them. You worked so hard to make me understand. And
Oh, whoops. Sorry about that.
I'll never let Harlem out of my heart.
At least you got some great experience points from that. According to that little jingle.
We should get out. We've got lots of work ahead of us. First of all, I have to cancel my contract with Steam Frontier. All right, everyone. It's time to start rebuilding Harlem.
And a happy ending for everybody.
I'm afraid I cannot allow that.
Oh wait, there's a boss battle. Didn't play a big part in this story. The other bosses will, in the later chapters.
The refuge of the cowardly must sleep in fire. I have delivered my new law, and you will all serve me.
Yeah, she's pretty much want to run a dictatorship.
Isn't it obvious? The unworthy must burn in hellfire. That is one of my laws.
You're insane! What the hell is wrong with you?
All who defy me shall forfeit their lives. That is another of my laws.
So pretty much most of our laws is, if you do this, you shall die. Okay, whoops.
This pleases me.
Trust me, she's not the craziest person you're ever gonna see in this game.
You have no right. Who do you think you are?
I am Kokuryu, the creator of law and order.
Oh, I like that show.
But you're burning homes and killing people. What kind of law and order is that?
Probably the kind that jumped the shark.
There's no justice here, and I won't accept it!
Ooh, I really like this part.
Shin, I want you to take care of Carlos.
Hey, Karen!
You have really pissed me off. You're gonna pay for what you've done. Let's do it! Come on! People can't just go around and spout words like law and order without knowing what they mean.
To be honest, I wish that anime cutscene got a quick time event, but the plot.
Especially not self-centered egomaniacs like you.
You impudent wretch! I will tolerate no such insolence!
Damn! She's practically invincible!
Ignorance deserves death. Defiance deserves death. I shall rule you all! Creatures crawling all over my land! I will put you to the blade!
Ah! I have to do something!
I'm sorry for being quiet right there. I just want to let this voice acting scene goes on as long as it can. Mainly because I don't have that much dialogue.
Are you one of them varmints who killed my mentor?
And who's this mysterious little lady?
What? Ah! Such mastery of the sword! Who are you?
I think the first one is the best choice. Yeah, we pretty much got the best possible experience point with killing Archer right there. I guess the more joyful the jingle, the more experience you got with that second character. Alright, we're pretty much getting to our next checkpoint over here, and the beginning of the boss battle. Which is good because I'm running out of stuff to talk about. Again, sorry if I move the text really fast. So far my new recording equipment seems to be working very fine. The audio is kind of behind, but as long as the audio in the video game footage syncs up, I can just pretty much fix the commentary part and line it up together, make it proper. Feel free to say if you like or dislike my new setup here. I really think this is better than the last part. The curves doesn't look as faded by comparison, and I guess technically I'm recording in HD, so that's pretty awesome. Really, no casualties. It's like, unfortunately, I wish real life was more like that with no casualties, but you know, that doesn't happen. Alright, Ratchet used to be the captain, but now she's, well, retired from that position at least. She pretty much does recon for us. Jincho is the captain in training. You know what, let's go. Well, the higher the better, really, but I just didn't want to go that high this time.
Come on. Court is in session.
It's like, I really like the animation here. Nice combination of CGI and 2D animation. I was gonna say hand drawn, but I'm pretty sure that's computer animation as well.
Come on. Shinjiro here. Move it out.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna end up skipping this part. It's pretty much the same thing over and over again. Where there are some differences in the later chapter. I'm pretty sure chapter 3 is kind of different. But if everything starts to look the same, I'm probably just end up skipping it, you know, just to save some time. But since I haven't played this for a while, I thought I'd let this play out just this one time.
Alright, Ahab, maintenance complete. You're clear to go. Moving sling catapult into position.
It's like, and I don't know how that doesn't kill many people, or doesn't make things look suspicious. To remind you people, the Star Division is supposed to be a secret organization. Well, at least to the citizens, I think the government are aware of them.
And now it's showtime!
Alright, Ahab, prepare for liftoff. Go!
And that's pretty much the end of this part of the chapter. Tune in next time where I go into the boss battle. As I see I got like 2 different save spots here. Hopefully this recording goes pretty well. And I also hope to get more of these out on an almost daily basis. Like, obviously Karen Osh's high motivated. We could probably get that special attack in this boss battle, maybe. But anyway, that's the end of this part. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I catch you guys later. See ya.